Hello everyone, welcome back. In one of my previous videos, I showcased how to create a custom glitch effect in DaVinci Resolve. Feel free to go check it out after this one. Now, while Resolve does come with a pre-installed glitch effects, it's always beneficial to know how to create your own tailored glitches. Plus, the built-in glitch effects can be customized in various ways, giving you even more creative control. Take a good look at the screen. Interested in learning how to achieve this? If so, let's dive in. Let's kick things off by introducing a node called the time stretcher. This nifty tool allows us to tweak the speed or the duration without messing with the pitch or the audio quality. It's not really a must-have, but it makes expression a little bit easier to achieve. So let us begin. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, I already have nodes already assembled. If I play this, you are going to see the text coming in and does some kind of glitch, then stops, and that's it. Okay, so while this isn't as hard, and this could be achieved in various methods, but I chose this method for a particular reason, because I'm also going to give a different example that makes this method highly useful. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to start from the very beginning, but I'm only going to take off from here because this over here is just the background. So I'm going to group these and start from the beginning. Command G. I'm just going to name this glitch one. Okay. We are going to start by using the text node. Okay. I'm using the text node just to demonstrate this method. I'm also going to show you guys another way this method can be highly useful. Okay, but for now, I'm going to use text to make an example. All right, so we are going to start with the text node. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the name of my channel, which isn't surprising. We could choose any color. Again, that's up to you. Okay, purple. I'm going to choose popping as the font. Let's just add it here so you could see what I'm doing here. So let's make this a bit bigger, maybe like this, and we are going to bring it down. The idea here is it's going to have a glitch effect, but it's also going to retain the original text. Let's begin. All right, so what that means is we going to need two copies. One is going to be the one glitching and the other is going to be the one just being stable. So we are going to begin by copying this. Okay, you could copy by Command C or Control C if you have PC. All right, so I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste instant. So the reason why you're going to paste instant is because they're both going to be moving in uniform. But even though they're both going to be moving in uniform, one is going to be glitching and the other is not going to be glitching. So how do we do that? This is where the time stretcher comes in play. So what we're going to do now is, okay, you know what? I'm going to take this off and I'm just going to put this here. Okay, so now we are working with the text node on the viewer. We are going to connect this to the time stretcher. So let's bring in the time stretcher, shift space bar and type in time stretcher, add. Okay, so now we have a time stretcher. So we want to connect this to a merge, and we also want to connect the time stretcher to another merge. So one is showing the text itself and one is doing the glitch with the time stretcher. By the way, time stretcher is only doing the glitch because we are going to write an expression on it. So let's bring a merge here. We're going to connect paste instead to merge. All right, so the text node is connected to the merge, and we are also going to do the same with the time stretcher. So I'm going to bring a merge right now. I'm going to bring another merge node, and I'm going to connect this to this. Okay, so make sure this is the foreground. So, okay, so we're going to connect this to the background, and we're also going to bring another merge to connect the text itself that's going to be in the front. Okay. Then we're going to connect it as a foreground. to this text. We are done with the structure. Now, the reason why we use time stretcher is because it's going to make the expressions a little bit easier, because now the time stretcher is just following the frames. So that becomes a little bit easier to work with. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go to the source time, okay? And we are going to right click, write an expression there. Hold on, let me connect this to the background because that is looking horrible. Okay, so I'm going to connect that to the background and I'm going to put this here. All right, so now that's looking a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do here now is we're going to write an expressions, and the expression is only going to be based on time frames. Okay, that's why we actually use time stretcher, right? If time is more than 45 and time is less than 105, so it just means if it's between frame 45 and frame 105, what do you want it to happen? Function that work well with glitch is random time, then you put the range of the randomness, so time minus 10 and time plus 10. We've given a true value if the time is within those specific numbers, which is 45 and 105. If not, we put time. So what that means, if it's not between those numbers, we are just going to put the normal time, which is why we just put time. Then we close brackets, we enter. Okay, so that works. So now the next move is to go and make an animation where the both are going to move from here to there. Okay, so we're going to make an animation. So we're going to go to the layout. Okay, and so let's put this out of frame, then start animation. Then we're going to take our time indicator around frame 130 and we are going to move it to where we want it to. And let's say we want it here. The next thing we want to do is to go to the merge. Okay, and we could mess with the colors. Okay, so we could just remove one color. Okay, it's going to just remove one color and it's going to make it a different color. Well, text node is not actually the best example for this. Okay, so if you want to make it interesting, you could easily add blur to this. Okay, to just make it, to add just a little bit of blur. All right, to make the glitch effect maybe look a bit blurrish, if that's what you want. Okay, text node is not the best example for this, but we are going to give you another example that actually going to make more sense for this. The best scenario is to use time stretcher with other node. Okay, especially text node. You could easily do that with drop shadow. You could easily do that with another text node. You could easily do that with various other nodes. Okay, but what makes time stretcher unique is you could use it with the MediaIn. You could use it with a video clip. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example on when time stretcher is actually useful or extremely useful. Text node is optional. Okay, you have a bunch of options with text node to have that effect. So now let's go in. So now in the screen, you could see that I have a clip of somebody there that looks like me. It could be my twin. All right, so hey, okay guys, it could be my twin. All right, so let's go in. So I'm going to select this node now and I'm going to head to diffusion. All right, so as you can see here, but I have a media here and I have Blackmagic here. So the only thing I did is to copy this media in and I copied it to this. So they're the same thing. So if I take this here to this, it's the same thing. Okay, so what I did is I used magic mask and I took out the background. So all you have is me. Okay, no background, no nothing. All right, what's going to happen now is I am going to connect this to the MediaIn, the first MediaIn, the original one. Okay, so what's happening here is, again, as you know, the magic mask is laying on top of the MediaIn. So the MediaIn is the background and the foreground is actually laying right on top of this. It's also been tracked. Okay, so that is what's happening. We are now going to introduce the time stretcher to the magic mask. Okay, so hit shift spacebar. I've already typed in time stretcher and hit add. So now let's put it here so you can see what's going on. So now we've added time stretcher. This is where the magic starts. So now we are going to do the same thing that we did on the test node by right clicking, hit expressions, and we are going to write our own expressions. All right, so again, if time is more than, let's say, 400, okay, and time less than 500. So simply what that means is if time is between 400 and 500, simple, hit a comma. What is going to be the true value if these conditions are met? That's what you're going to do now. So again, random is a function that works very well with glitch. Give a range of your randomness. Okay, so you're not going to just put random without giving a range. So the range is time minus 10, put a comma, time plus 10. So those are the ranges, okay, where the randomness is going to occur between minus 10 and plus 10. So if not, just put time and close the bracket and hit enter. What we're going to do now to make it even more interesting is to go to the merge node. All right, and we are going to go to the settings just like we did on the test node. We are going to take out one of the colors. Okay, you could take out the green, the blue, but let's take out the red. Okay, so it's just going to give you a different color. All right, so it's going to make it look something like this. Okay, you could leave it like this if that's what you want, but we could do something else to make this even more elegant. Okay, so what we could do now is we could take this and also connect it as a foreground. What happened is now the image has another one on top, but that's optional. So guys, that is it. So let me play it so you guys could see it. Okay, so now this is how the final product looks like, and I believe we've covered everything. So guys, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to learn more, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to hit our bell button for our upcoming videos. See you guys on the next one. Peace.